Re- Recording in progress.
Hello and welcome to day 3. Americans have a specific way to apply for jobs, which we're going to talk about today. Before we start talking about how to look for a job, though, we're going to do some preparation. First, ask yourself, do I speak enough English right now to work in the US? If not, JFS offers English classes. You can contact Rita Simpson Black at 734-769-0209 or email her at ritas@jfsannarbor.org. If you feel like you do speak enough English to work in the US, what kind of job do you want to apply for? Consider these questions. Number 1. How many hours a week can you work? How much do you want to be paid per hour, per week, per month, or per year? Number 3, what are your skills and abilities? How does your experience, skill, and learning translate into a new job in the US? Number 4, what kind of work have you done before? Number 5, what have you always wanted to do? Will you take an entry-level position in that field? Number 6, how will you get to work? Do you have transportation to get to work? Will you take the bus? Write down your answers on a sheet of paper right now. We'll give you 5 minutes. Okay. Now that we have answered these questions, where can you look for a job? Well, there are several places. You can go to Craigslist, and there's one for Ann Arbor. You can go to a delivery or a warehouse website like DoorDash, Amazon, pizza restaurants, or Lyft. You can do a Google search. You can go to Idealist, Indeed, Monster, or local jobs. And you can go by word of mouth. So once you find a job that you like, you can consider your previous answers. Next, answer the following questions. Do you need to develop your English language skills for this job? Does the job require working with computers or typing? If so, do you have these skills? What is the education requirement? Do you have the schooling required for this job? How many years of experience does the job require? Do you have these years? Take 3 minutes to answer these questions. Okay. Once you find a job that you like and that you qualify for, you can fill out a job application. Here are some tips. Bring all your documents with you. That includes Form I-94, your Employment Authorization Document, or EAD, your Social Security card, and your identity card. On the application, fill out all the information correctly and completely. Provide a phone number to a family member or person you know who can speak English if you are unsure that you will be able to confirm an interview appointment over the phone in English. If you provide your phone number, list on the application the days and times that you know you will be near an English speaker, just in case. It is also a good idea to provide the phone number of your JFS employment case manager. Okay, so now you can prepare a resume, but please notice that not all jobs require a resume. Resumes are usually used when applying for professional jobs. So the structure of a resume is first to include your contact information. That is your name, your address, your phone number, and your email address. Next, you can include a summary statement about the experience and skills that you have and how they will be good for this job. Include your experience. List your job title, the name of the agency you worked for, the dates of employment that you worked, and a brief description of the work that was done. After you have listed all of your experience, you can list your education. You include your name of institution, the degree that you received, and the year of graduation. Lastly, you can provide references. Most people prefer 2 professional references and 1 personal reference. A professional reference is a previous boss or supervisor. Could also be a previous professor, and they must be able to speak to the skills that you need to do the job. And you could also have the Human Resources Office be a reference. A personal reference is a longtime friend who can speak to your character. This is not a family member. Family members are not allowed to provide a reference for you. Note that the resume is preferably about 1 page long, but if it's slightly more than 1 page, that's also okay. Along with the resume, you can prepare a cover letter. Not all jobs require this. This is usually used when applying for professional positions. The structure of a cover letter is as follows. It's the top page that's placed on top of the resume. In the upper left-hand corner, you write your name, your address, and today's date. You start the letter with the name of the individual hiring for the position. For example, Dear Ms. Smith. Describe in the first paragraph why you are applying. In the second paragraph, describe any information that you did not include in your resume that might be helpful in showing your qualifications for this position. In the third paragraph, you can include your thoughts and emotions about applying for the job. Also, provide dates and times that you are available for an interview. At the end, thank them for their time and use sincerely as a sign-off phrase. And then physically sign your name to the cover letter and then type your name under your signature. Next, you may need some interviewing skills. Here are some things to think about. Be prepared to answer questions about your ability to work in the US. Be prepared to answer questions about your skills and experience that make you an excellent candidate for this job. You can practice answering questions with your JFS employment case manager or intern before the interview. Practice makes perfect. It's okay to be nervous. You can bring a translator if you need to. You can also ask your JFS employment case manager or intern to be there with you, but do not bring family members. And it's a very good idea to find daycare for your children before the interview. Now, in terms of what to wear to a job, if it is a professional interview, dress up for the interview. Wear what you would wear at home when you go to an important event. You can ask your JFS employment case manager or intern about what Americans wear to interviews. If the job is a labor job, then wear slightly nicer than average clothing. But do not wear t-shirts, shorts, sneakers, or hats. So what to bring with you to the interview? You can bring a copy of your resume if it is a professional job, and bring all your documents with you just in case. That includes your Form I-94, your Employment Authorization Document or EAD, your Social Security card, and your identity card. After you have had the interview, you can write a thank you letter. For professional interviews, it is appropriate to email this letter within 24 hours after the interview. The content of this thank you letter contains the name of the person or entity who interviewed you. For instance, Dear Mr. Jones or Dear Hiring Committee. Thank them for the interview and tell them that you are eager to hear from them soon. Provide your contact details and sign the letter sincerely with your name. And that is all for day 3. See you soon for the last day of your training.